Hi everyone, I'm Juliana and this is Core Strength. So we're going to be using a couple of props today. If you have a block, some elastic bands or tubings, and if you need a chair for support, you can always add that as well. So we're going to come onto our mat here and just making sure that your space is clear, safe of stuff. You can just bring it to the side. You can add water whenever you need. I'm just going to start to add a little bit of a marching here to warm up the body. Part of our core strength is going to be done standing, and then part of it is going to be on the mat. So if you need that chair for support anytime, you feel free to move into it. We're going to tap the toes and start to roll those shoulders back. In 4, in 3, in 2. Now I'm going to start to reach one arm across and then the other. 4, 3, 2, and reach it up. Starting to warm the side body, part of your core as well. 4, 3, 2, and reaching in front. 4, 3, 2, and here we're going to start to add a little bit pausing of those legs. Going to add a squat and up. And we're going to squat and up. Now we're going to start to reach those arms, bring it down, and finding a lift. Warming up those legs, glutes, which is part of your core. Those shoulders, the side body. 2 and 1. Great job, guys. And rolling those shoulders back, keeping your feet a little wider. We're going to warm up the outside of the legs, inside, adding these side lunges. Feet are wide. You're going to feel this inside, outside, helping to keep those knees strong. We're going to slowly bring those elbows in and out, working and engaging those back muscles as you pull it in and out. In 2 and 1. And we're going to start to reach those hands down on one side and up on the other. That's it. In 2. Last one like this, side to side. For 3, 2, 1 from the other side. Down and up. Good. Down and up. 2 more. Last one. Side to side. Pause here. Take a nice deep breath in. Take your feet a little closer in. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. All right. So we're going to start with something light here before we start to pick it up a little bit more. So the first one, we're going to use a block. So instead of trying to grab your weights, I know you probably want to get eager to them. I know some of you. So, but we're going to stay with those blocks for now. We're going to add a little bit of a squat. We're going to come up, and then we're going to do what's called a halo. So the block goes behind your head, around, and comes to the front, right? And then you're going to squat, and you're going to do a halo going the other way. So as you do this, don't let your body do that crazy stuff. You're engaging the core to keep it still, right? So you can really feel it on your shoulders. Come down and up. And then you take it to the other side. Great job. And then coming down and up, we're going to pause here. We're going to move the block to one side. We're starting to warm up the oblique side abs. You're going to take it side and down. That arm can be closer to your body, or you can just bring it behind your head to add a little bit more. As that block goes to the side. You have 3. You have 2. Inhaling and exhaling, you have 1. Great job. Let's come back to the center. We're going to add 1 squat, 1 halo. And then 1 squat, 1 halo the other way. And then we're going to squat to even things out. We're going to move the block to the other side. Here we go. Side and center. 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3. Exhale 2 and 1. Come back to the center. Pause here and just finding that squat. Hold it back up. Relax your shoulders. All right. Starting to engage a little bit more core by finding balance. So the first one, I'm just going to have that block there onto you. If you feel that you prefer to have your hands on a chair, absolutely fine. We're going to start to shift the weight to the right foot. The left heel starts to come off the floor. All right. Looks very simple for now. Relax the shoulders, and can you pick up now that foot? Doesn't have to be too much, but just by shifting the weight from one side to the other becomes a weight-bearing exercise. So it's helping you to build bone mass, stability in your muscles and joints here, engaging the core. And then we're going to step it to the side. We're going to add a squat here just to release. Slide that foot slightly in. You stay on the ball of the foot. All right. When you feel ready, relax your shoulders, engage your core. And can we pick up that foot maybe an inch or half an inch off the floor? It doesn't have to be too much, right? That holding of the block is just trying to keep you stable, relaxing. So you feel that you're rooting down, connecting, and keeping your chest lifted. And when you're ready, we're going to slide the toes to the side, add a squat, and bring it in. We're going to pick up that foot again, and we hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide the foot out to the side of the squat and slide it in. You pick it up, and we hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to slide the foot out, add the squat. Now we're going to stay here, and we're going to start to find a twist. Come back to the center, and then you find a twist. So I want you to focus on twisting instead of just moving that block back, right? You twist. Can you try to keep your below the hips without moving? Can you feel that I'm not twisting the legs, right? I'm trying to keep that stable. So I'm twisting from the core, the waist up. Good. Really targeting those obliques, those side abs. 2. You're pushing slightly into the block. Good. We're going to pause into the center. Now we're going to combine those movements now. If you can, we're going to do a little squat, sliding the foot. You're going to pick up that foot. And now can we add a twist? Slide it to the side. Foot comes in. You pick up the foot. You add a twist. You're going to slide it out, squat, and twist. Slide it out, slide it in, up, twist. Slide it out, squatting, slide it in, up, twist. I want you to really focus on each of these movements so you can really go slow. The slower is the hardest part, right? Because when we start to use momentum, you're really not focusing it. Can you feel that you're engaging your core? You're doing that twist. Good. Beautiful. This is going to be your last one. And twist. Excellent. Give it a little shake. Can you start to feel that you start to engage your core? So we don't have to come always down to the floor. So there's no excuse of not like, oh, I didn't bring my mat to my office today, or I don't have it in my hotel room. You can do it standing up. No excuse. Here we go. You have your hands on your chair. All right. So this one, we're going to do that leg picking up. So no leaning onto that chair. Good. Can you bring that hand in and in? So it's just the elbow. So I'm not arching too much, right? And I want you to feel that you're engaging your obliques, your abs, your quadriceps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Shake it out. All right. Let's take it to the other side. Here we go. Engage the core. Lift. Hands behind the head. Pick up the foot. Now, again, it doesn't have to be too high, right? It could be smaller, but you're still engaging your core. You're still shifting the weight to one side to the other. I'm counting. Don't worry. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right. Let's do a little bit more into the side. So on this one, we're going to take the knee a little bit to the side. Sometimes that doesn't feel so good, right, on the hip. So try not to go too far up Just keep it low. That's absolutely fine. You're going to already start to engage. And we're going to do a little to the side here, crunch. Here we go. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, guys. Woo, starting to feel it, right? Here we go. Let's try it to the other side. We're almost done with the standing part. Here we go. So you start to take it to the side. Good. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Trying to be light on that chair. 3. Exhale 2. And exhale 1. Excellent, guys. Great job. All right. So we have one more here standing that we're going to work with our balance. So I'm going to take that block. We're going to try to pass the block. All right. So you're going to start to hinge slightly forward. The block is going to come onto you. So the back ball of the foot is onto the floor. The heel is off. So from here, you're going to start to pass that block behind you. So just a little bit of an arch. Now we're going to try to find more balance by picking up the back foot off the floor. We're going to count it for 8, 7, 6. If you need to return your foot back to the floor, 5, you can. 4, but then pick it up again, engage your core. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Come to the center at 1 squat, 1 halo. 1 squat, 1 halo. Now these become feeling easy after all that hard work, right? Now we turn into the other side. So the ball of the back foot, soften, your gaze is to the floor slightly ahead of you, and you just start to pass that block. Soften that standing leg. When you feel ready to pick up the foot, you pick it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Let's step the feet back and find that squat and shake it out. All right, guys, we're going to start to come down. Actually, before we come down completely, let's just grab one of these little tubing bands here. So if you don't have one of these, you can take your big one and make it into a little loop. We're going to work a little bit more of those outer legs, inner legs. For some reason, my Spotify today is having some technical issues. That's the thing about streaming, right? Sometimes they just work magic, sometimes not as much. All right, here we go. Just want to make sure sound is still there in the back. Yes. And just want to make sure it's not too loud. No, good. Here we go. So you're going to bring that tubing, that little elastic band, just above your knees. Now, when you do that, right, if this feels too much already, you're just going to take it out. Now, we're going to keep it above the knees for now. But if you want to make it a little and progress and make it a little harder, you can actually move it below the knees or even closer to the ankles. The further it is down, the harder it gets. All right? So listen to your body, above the knees to start. And if that feels too much, just take it off. But if you want more, you've been doing this for a while, and I know you guys there behind that screen that you've been, so you can put it down if you like. Just make sure your feet are parallel. Imagine a line here. We're going to stay below that line. We're going to work our outside of our legs or glutes. Engage your core. We're going to step out to the side. Toes stay pointed forward. So don't turn your leg out. And then keeping tension in the band the entire time. Now, as you do this, if you feel like, okay, I need some support in front of me, use that wall or your desk or something to keep your hands on. You can still do this, right? You can still work those legs, right? So again, when we talk about core, it's not the 6 packs only, right? It's everything that sustains you. So your legs, inner legs, core, back, side, right? So all that sustains the body. And now that we're, cold weather, I see that becomes really dangerous. We really need to have strong core, sustain ourselves so we're not prone to falling. Here we go. Now I'm going to change this, shake it out. You're probably feeling this already. Now we're going to turn. So even if you don't have a mat, you just want to make sure your area is clear, that you can imagine that you had a mat. We're going to step to the edges of the mat. So it's this one, you're going to bend your knees again. You want to keep it low. And it's almost like a little monster walk or a duck walk, right? You're stepping out to those edges. Toes and knees are going the same direction. Now, when you get to the front, you're going to go back. Just make sure this is safe for you. Your area is clear, right? And this is a little crab walk. Now, again, my knees stay bent. My body is hinged the entire time. I'm going to go forward once again because I love doing this. And you go forward. Good. And you go back. Excellent, guys. Almost there. All right, can we do just two more? Just two more, because we love this. All right, I know you do. Here we go. And we're gonna go back. Great job. Excellent work, guys. All right, check it out. You can take that band out of the way. Good. Now I'm gonna, since we're standing up here, I'm gonna use that bigger band, right? Or you can use a tubing if you like. Right? Your smaller band might be a little harder to do, but maybe with 1 foot only you could, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to step on it. Now, if you don't have any elastic tubings or bands, what you can do, you can use 2 weights, right? So you're just going to have your weight on your hands and we're going to roll back, or we're going to use that tubing. I'm going to stay with the tubing. If you need chair for support, standing feels uncomfortable, you're going to sit at the edge of your chair and have your feet here. And we're going to roll back. Otherwise, to use your core more, if you have that stability already, we're going to stay standing up. Right? So your feet are on your band. Now you're going to hinge your hips. Spine stays long, navel's pulling in. And do not wrap the band around your hands. Just smush it in. All right. So you're going to stay with a little bit of a hinge. Now we're going to roll it back like you're rowing a boat. You're pulling your arms back. Like your hands are going to go into your back pockets. As your elbows hug in, you shrug your shoulder blades and your gaze is to the floor slightly ahead of you. So you can be doing this seated at the edge of the chair. If your stability today doesn't feel that great, but you can still work your back muscles. No excuse here, guys. Pull it back. I know, getting stronger with each pull. For 3 and 2 and 1. Great job. Ooh, let it go. Are you guys doing okay? Excellent. All right. So we're going to do that one more time. Just one more set of these. So stepping onto it. Here we go. Hinge and let's roll back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Let it go. All right. You can let that band go. At the same time, you can give it a little stretching here of the wrist and maybe a little rounding of the spine. Those muscles that you just worked, contracting. And shake it out. All right, maybe cross one arm, look over the shoulder, look over the fingers. We're preparing ourselves to come down to your mat. Having your set of weights close by if you need, and a band and a block or a blanket for the head. All right, so we're gonna come down to the mat. If you need to put a blanket under your head, you can always put something small. Just make sure it's, comfortable. You're gonna take your block here for now. And again, just making sure that your weights are close by so you can grab them at any point. All right, so I'm going to start here, what we call by imprinting. You're going to take your block, put it between your legs, right? I usually like the smaller width to put between the thighs, just below the knees. Now your heels are not too far. If they're too far out, it's going to usually feel a little bit more intense, or on the back or on your hamstring. So I like to walk them enough that maybe my fingers might be brushing my heels, so my feet are not too far out. So what you're going to do, you're just going to create a little diamond shape with your hands, right? Your thumb's going to point to your navel, your fingers are going to point to your pubic bone, and you imagine that you had water on your bowl. As you exhale, squeeze the block, pull belly in, and feel your lower back get flat on that mat. And as you inhale, relax, and almost feeling like the water is going to spill between your legs. Exhale, squeeze. Navel pulls in, water will spill to your belly button. Notice how your lower back is flat on the floor, and inhale, relax, creating from that natural curve, maybe into a little bit more of an arch. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Now we're going to pause kind of like right in that middle, right? So you're going to be a natural curve of your spine. The water will stay flat. It's not going forward or back. This is your natural spine. This is where we want to be working on. I'm going to take the block out of the way. Now you can bring your hands to your thighs here. You're going to slowly let one foot come up, and you're pausing that hand with the knee right over your hips, and then you release. Exhale, pick up the other one. Engage in the core. Inhale, relax. So noticing if you're arching your back. If you're arching your back, you went too far. So really want to engage and keep into that neutral spine. It looks very simple, but it's really hard, and you're really working those deep ab muscles. Pick up one leg. Try not to move that natural spine. You drop it down. You exhale, you pick up the other. And you drop it down. I'm just keeping that hand there so it will stop my knee from not coming into the chest. All right. And then we're going to bring those knees into the chest, release into the lower back. Excellent. So that was, I would say, like level 1. 2, we're going to start from here. So you're engaging your core, you pick up one leg and then the other. Try not to arch that back. If you did, you're going to restart it again. Hands up to the thighs. Inhale here. And as you exhale, can you think about dropping one foot? Inhale. Exhale, bring it back up. So we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale to drop. Inhale, engage the core. Exhale, bring it up. All right. So that is breaking it down. We're just going to do it one breath. Inhale to go down. Exhale to come back up. Inhale to go down, alternating. Exhale to come back up. You have 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Pausing with that knee right over your hips. Inhale and exhale. Great job. Give your knees a hug and release that tension. All right. I'm going to take the block between the knees and the thighs here. And I'm going to work oblique side abs again. So you can open your arms like a little bit of a T here, a little bit lower than your shoulders, right? You want to keep your shoulders down. As you exhale, you're going to pick up your feet off the floor. Engage the core, right? Find that lower back. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, you're going to drop your knees to the left. Doesn't have to be too much. Inhale, you pause, engage. Exhale, you come back to the center. Keep those knees over the hips. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, drop it to the right. Inhale, you pause, engage. Exhale, you come back to the center. Inhale, engage in the core, sealing that lower back. Exhale, drop it down. Be aware what's happening with the other shoulder. Don't let the legs come completely down. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, drop it to the other side. Pausing there, engage in the core. Noticing what's happening with the other shoulder. Exhale, you bring it back up. You just have 2 more. You drop it to one side. Exhale all the way back up. Exhale. Engage. Exhale back up. Great job, guys. You can take that block from between the legs. Give your knees a hug. All right. Now remember that one opposite the leg going in, right? You can have it here. You can even use a block against your thighs to push it away. Inhale here. Now, I have a block because I can still push the block into one leg as one leg goes slightly down or slightly ahead. And when it comes back, I'm going to switch the hand and I'm going to take the other leg. Good. So if you're doing this, now you can start to reach one hand back, opposite arm, opposite leg. Now this is your bird dog on your back. There's no really way to cheat this, because you can feel if your lower back starts to get off the floor, right? And that's what we're trying to keep it here. We're trying not to, it's okay to have that natural curve. Exhale as you come in, inhale as you reach out. Exhale as you come in. So again, you're only doing this if the other two versions that you did before start to feel easy, right? Because this is a little bit more intense. And last one. And bring it all the way back in and give your knees a hug. Great job, guys. Now I'm going to stretch the glutes here since we're facing up already before we turn to our back. We did a lot of glute work. So you're going to take your figure four. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Walk your left foot a little closer in. Maybe this is already enough onto your right glutes. But if you want more, you can take your right hand, that little triangle of your legs as your left foot comes off, and then you hold behind the left thigh. Get a nice stretch into that right glute. Just starting to rock your body. We're going to let those knees cross over to the left. Drop the right arm over to the right, getting a nice stretch into your obliques, your side abs. Excellent. We're going to come back to the center, uncross the legs. Let's try the other ankle on top, right? Again, if you know that coming with that foot off the floor is already easy, if you want, you can just keep it down. That will be less. As you hold, maybe you add a gentle rock, noticing the stretch into your left glutes. And then we're going to let those knees drop over to the right, left arm opens to the left to get a nice stretch into that side body. Now let's turn down to face the mat. All right, we're gonna finish here with a little, one more core work. We're gonna have our elbows, shoulders, and wrists all in the same line. Feel that your elbows are gonna pull in and your chest is gonna open through the gate of your arms. Relax your head and your neck. All right, so maybe this is where you're saying you start to feel a little straight into the back, the opening in the chest. Relax it a little bit. If you want, you're going to start to tuck your right toes and then your left toes. Now really tuck it in. Pull belly in. Push into your knees. And now lift your hips off. So you want to pull belly in. Feel like there's cold water there below your belly. You don't want to jip it. And now press one heel and maybe the other, and you're in your elbow plank. Feel your heels pulling back, pushing back, your chest opening through. And then you drop one knee and then the other. Point the toes and open the heart, right? So you always have an option of keeping one knee down or just working, lifting those hips. We're going to do this one more time. So if you did one leg only, this is your time to do the other one. Push into your knees, pull belly in, pressing one heel, maybe the other. Press those heels back. Feel your chest open forward so you're gazing between your elbows and your thumbs. And then you drop your hips, point the toes, and open your chest into your sphinx. Let your arms come along the side edges of your mat. Press into the palms. You're facing the floor, closer to your hips. You roll the heads of the shoulders. You lift your shoulders, elbows. And then release. One more time, inhaling. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. Squeeze your elbows. Push your hands right into the floor beneath your shoulders, push into your knees. And you're coming into a tabletop. Maybe a little wiggle of the body, relaxing the head. And taking your time here, maybe start to walk your hands closer to your knees, tuck your toes, and using your hands here to support you as you come all the way up. Take your time, come up slow so you don't get dizzy. Inhale, take your arms all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, give yourselves a hand. Well done, guys. I'm just going to stop the recording again. If you can stay longer if you have any questions or doubts. Just let me know. Be well.